In economics, profit maximization is the short and long run process by which a firm may determine the price, unit, and output levels that will lead to the highest profit. To understand this concept, you will need to ask, what is profit? In general, it's the difference between what a business makes minus what it spends. In economics, we distinguish between two types of profit: accounting profit and economics profit. Accounting profit includes all the costs that you will find in a firm's profit and loss statement. If a firm had to spend money on a good or service, then it will be counted as a cost, which is valued at the price the firm actually paid for it. So if a firm had to purchase more inventory or write a check for a service rendered, then it would be a cost under the accounting method. A general formula for a firm's accounting profit is revenues minus accounting costs. To calculate a firm's economic profit, you must account for additional costs which would determine our economic costs. Economic costs are the amount the owner of a business could earn if he or she chooses to work for someone else instead of owning a business, or the amount a farmer could obtain for their land. In general, a firm's economic cost is the opportunity cost, or the value of the next best alternative of each of its inputs. Because these costs reflect the current best alternative use for these resources, we value them at the current market price. To calculate a firm's economic profits, find the accounting profits, then subtract the economic costs.
Let's first use this table to help Walmart find the best profit maximizing price of profits from Christmas tree sales. The row at the top starts with the quantity that will be sold, then the price per unit. Next, the specified costs will be subtracted from the revenue to get the total profit. So with the sale of 20 trees, the price per unit is $380. You must then multiply the quantity of 20 trees to the cost, $380, to get a revenue of $7,600. From there, you must subtract the stated cost for the specific level of output from revenue, as in this case, costs are determined to be $4,000. The revenue minus cost gives the profit of $3,600. You then will follow the same process throughout the remainder of the chart. To find the best choice for profit maximizing price, you will look in the profit column to see which sales quantity gives you the most profit for the level of output produced. In this scenario for Walmart, the profit for Christmas tree sales that illustrates a maximized profit based on sales quantities is the sale of 100 Christmas trees. At this quantity, profit is at its highest, with it being calculated to bring in an income of $10,000. You can also draw a graph to illustrate the profit maximizing sales quantity. On the x-axis will be the quantity of Christmas trees sold per week, while the y-axis represents the revenue and cost at each level of output. Start by plotting the value of revenue at each level of output along with its associated cost. And since profit is the difference between revenue and cost, profit will be the vertical distance between the green revenue curve and the red cost line. The point where the distance is the greatest represents the best choice for the scenario, as the slope of the profit curve equals the slope of the cost line at this point. Identifying the profit maximizing point can be easy on a diagram, but much more complex in a real-life situation, which is why firm managers usually have the responsibility of setting their prices or sales quantities in a way that will maximize profit.